Hey everyone, good to see or good to be back. Hopefully everyone's had a lovely long weekend, or as well as we can have in these circumstances. I've received some good feedback. Thanks for those that have sent through from these videos. I'm just pleased to be able to give back and do a few videos to help out a few people and have a little bit of fun. So we're going to continue this week with a few different ones. And see where we're at going forward. Today we're going to look at some more mobility. It's Mobility Monday. So we're going to start with, or incorporate a couple of things that we looked at in previous workouts and a couple of new ones. I don't know about everyone else, I've been doing a lot of sitting, even though I've been trying to build an activity. So I find that I'm getting pretty stiff through my upper back, neck, getting stiff through my hips, through my lower back. Among other areas. So we're going to look at targeting a couple of those areas today. So for those that have watched the videos in the past, feel free to jump in, jump out as you have in the past. Those that haven't, welcome. We don't need any equipment for today. Just find yourself a little bit of space on a mat. And the focus of these movements is not to be sore, it's literally just to be nice and relaxed, push to the point where you feel a bit of stiffness, not into pain. So let's start by getting into hands and knees. From here, what I want us to look at doing is just relax your abdominal muscles completely. So don't need to do it in front of a mirror, but just let everything relax. Now, from here, we're just going to go into a few cat camels or happy cat, angry cat. So gently arching down and then drawing nice and high. Now let's try and get some deep breathing in. So breathing in as you come up and breathing down as you go up to the roof. And continue. So we're going to do a few here. As we come up, try and push hard into the ground, nice and long away from the floor. And let's keep those nice deep breaths. Three more, keep them nice and slow. Try and segmentally control through each level rather than just jerking. And we'll go one more from now. Alright, from here let's stay on hands and knees. Bring your knees a fraction wider and we're going to drop back into a little bit of a child's pose. We're not going to hold it here long, we're just going to hold for a few moments, come halfway up, and we're going to repeat. So that the goal is to just have it more as an active movement. You can drop further each time as we go, but just keep it gentle. Don't go into the point where you're getting any pinching through your hips. You can walk your hands out a little bit if you want to increase the stretch. And keep it active. We're going to look at a few more. Nice deep breathing. And it's nice on this one to breathe out as you drop back. Let's look at two more. And last one. Now in this position, we're going to walk our hands across a little bit. So let's start with walking your hands across a couple of times to the left-hand side, and you should get a stretch from there across your left part of your trunk. And hold for 2 or 3 deep breaths here. From here, let's walk our hands across to the right-hand side, and same again, let's go another couple of deep breaths. We'll go one more each side with these side to sides. And again, just 1 or 2 deep breaths each side for me. And last one, you should be getting a stretch through the side of your trunk, side of your shoulder, and maybe side of your lower back. Alright, let's walk ourselves back up. We're going to come back to the hands and knees position. I'm going to face forward on the camera this time. So
Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Let's bring one hand behind your head, and from there you're going to reach your elbow towards the other elbow, and then opening up back out towards the roof. Now you want to go to the point where you feel a bit of stiffness in through the middle part of your back or back of the shoulder blade. Don't need to push into that anymore. We want to keep it active and slow. We're going to look to do 10 each side. So I'm up to 4. Keep it slow. You don't want to be going any quicker than I am. We're halfway. And breathing again on this one's really nice. We're going to go 3 more. And last one, dropping in and then rotating back out nice and high. Beautiful. It's a really easy and nice rotational thoracic mobility drill, that one. So we're looking to go other side as well. So hand behind your head, you're going to reach elbow towards the other elbow and then opening wide. Now don't push into any pain, as I mentioned, just to the point where you feel some stiffness through that mid to lower mid part of your back. Halfway, that's 5. We've got 5 more. Keep it slow, no quicker than me. Keep with the breathing, we have 3 more. And we'll go last one now. Beautiful, lowering both hands. We'll come back up. We're going to come up to standing. So find yourself a bit of wall that you can stand against. We're going to look at a couple of variations, progressing some of this to get a little bit more mobility through our chest, through our shoulders. So soft knees, resting your hips and shoulders against the wall. We're going to start hands in front and we're going to open, trying to get your elbows out to the wall. Now, when you're here, try not to let your ribs lift up, so keep the ribs flattened down against the wall and try and keep the head resting against the wall also. From here, we're going to open out. And if your elbows can't quite get to the wall, that's okay. But focus on slow movement and holding the ribs down to not let yourself arching up through your lower back. So nice and slow. We're going to look at probably another 5 or 6 here. Breathing again is really nice on this one. Opening up, beautiful. Let's go 4 more. Now you may be feeling a little bit of active engagement of the muscles through your upper back, and that's not a bad thing. You may be feeling some stretching through the front of the shoulder. Again, we're okay with that. And 1 more from now. Beautiful, and lower your hands down. We're going to do 1 more lot with the variation. Now, if you found that sufficiently challenging from a strength or mobility perspective, stick at that level. If you got any tingling in your hands when you were doing that one, just bring your elbows down a little bit for me and continue with your elbows at a lower level. If you found that that wasn't that challenging, we're going to look to progress to wall angels. So some of you have potentially done this before. We're going to look at opening out from here, trying to keep the elbows and, if you can, your hands on the wall. I'm going to drop from down and then up to the point where you can't keep them on the wall anymore. And for me, that's about there. Some of you are going to be a lot more flexible than I am. So sliding along the wall. And we're going to look to do, again, aim for 8 to 10 of these. So I'm at 3 already. 4, beautiful. I'm going to go to 8, so we'll go 4 more. 5, lovely. 6, 2 more. 7, and last one. Beautiful, 8, rolling back down. Now I've got a lot of activity through my upper mid-back, which is a really nice group of muscles to combat some of the tightness we get from prolonged sitting. So it's a nice one that can be thrown easily into the day to break up sitting posture. Let's come onto our backs now. So back to our mat. We're going to lie face up. From here, we're going to bring feet together, knees together, hands by your side, and we're just going to roll the knees gently side to side. Now, keep the feet on the ground for now, and roll just to the point where you either can't go anymore, or you feel your shoulder blades starting to lift up. Let's go 2 more each side. Keep it nice and slow and controlled if we can. Beautiful, and coming back to the middle. Now we're going to go another 3 or 4 more each side. If that was enough of a challenge mobility-wise for you, stay there. Otherwise, we're going to lift our feet off and we're just going to roll again side to side. You'll get a little bit more core activity here. Keep it slow. And again, the purpose is not necessarily to get to the floor, but just to get to the point where you feel some stretch and or mobility or abdominal muscles working. I'm going to go 1 more each side, so keep it nice and slow. We're going to come back to the middle. Just grab your knees to your chest for a moment and just gently rock them in and out. We're going to do a couple here. Now from here, our last one on the mat, let's straighten one leg out, other leg up, hands to the side, and we're going to reach across your body and tap the foot. From there, we're going to come back to the middle and go again. So we're trying to get an active rotation through your glute, in through your back. Keep the shoulders and hands resting on the ground. So this should only be rotation through your lower to mid back and stretch through your hip muscles. Let's go 2 more here and we'll switch sides. Beautiful. Bringing yourself back to the middle. Let's switch over those legs. So straighten one leg out, bend the other up. We're going to reach across to tap to the ground and back. So again, you should be feeling side of glute, side of lower back or trunk, and maybe some up into the mid back. We're going to do 4 more to take us to 6 on this side, even with the other one. Last 2, keep them slow, nice deep breathing again. And last one. Beautiful. From there, step your feet in, bring them back into your chest, and we're just going to hold and gently rock for 4 or 5 gentle movements before we come back up. From here, let's bring ourselves back up. We're going to do our last one, and we've done these in 2 or 3 of the sessions so far, and it's a hip flexor stretch. I've spoken in the past in some of my posts about strengthening hip flexors, and I definitely believe in this, but I do think at the moment, with all the increase in static positions and movements, that tight hip flexors are definitely something that a lot of us will have. So 1 foot forward, other foot back. Let's tuck our tailbone, and you don't need to push that far forward to get a stretch through the front of your hip. Now, if you want, you can reach the hand up over the top and bend across to the side slightly. Let's look with that position, 3 or 4 deep breaths into the lower part of your ribs. Let's go 2 more. Again, you want to feel the lower ribs, lower side trunk expanding as you breathe in and out. Bringing yourself back, let's switch sides. So leg forward, tuck your tailbone. You won't need to move too far forward to feel a stretch. From here, arm over the top if you want. Slight lean across to the side. We're going to go deep breaths again. Let's go 3 here. And 2 more. And last one. And relax back out of it. Alright. That's going to do me for today in terms of the mobility exercises. Thanks for checking in those that did. Those that are viewing at a later date, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it with anyone that you think has been sitting too much or needs to do a little bit of mobility over this period. Check in over the next few days. I'm still doing online consults. Online classes have kicked off, so for those interested, get in touch. And stay abreast of my social media. Lots of great things to come. Have a great rest of the day.